evening. How's it going? Sorry for the lighting. I could not get the lighting right. It's just, hey, Ginger, hey, Pepper, leave it. Leave it. Mommy's making a video. Okay? Get out. So that's Pepper. Pepper's in the background. Pepper's my little 3-month-old puppy. That's not what this video is about, though. So this video is about my top 5 favorite plants for July. And I was inspired by seeing a couple of my favorite YouTubers put this video up, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, yeah, this was my idea, but it's a good idea, and I'm gonna take it. So here we go. So we're gonna get right into it. So my first plant up, my favorite plant, and this is in no particular order. It's just within arm's reach. It is still summer, so I am still having nice little Ritas. Really nice and tasty. Go ahead and set that down. So my first plant up for the month of July is my alocasia. Okay, so this alocasia is actually originally from the mother plant. I had put out a video a few weeks ago, maybe over a month ago now, about how my black mass alocasia had just come out of the pot and just like, what's going on? And some of you guys said, yeah, it was dormant, and it was. Nothing had happened at all for it over the past few weeks, but the last, I don't know, I guess last 10 days, it has grown this. It is starting to peek out a new leaf. And I still have the original plant that this came from. It's still alive and kicking. I didn't think this was gonna make it, and it had a leaf attached to it that had died off, but wow. So what does Pepper have? Pepper, what do you have? Whatever it is gone. So anyway, yes, so this is my first favorite plant of July because it is just making a real comeback. And I really do love alocasias. The African mass alocasia right now is my favorite type of alocasia. I also have a few other breeds, but that's my first favorite plant. Next up is this little bitty girl here. This is a bird nest Sansevieria. And this is my favorite plant of July because it's starting to have a lot of activity. I don't know if you guys can see it down there, but we have these new leaves are coming up. It's actually starting to look like little florets. This plant came from a cutting of a leaf, and it took several weeks to grow, and just a little bit of water. It took several weeks to grow roots, and then it took several more weeks for the roots to root. And just the end of June and all of July, it has really started giving me some really good activity here, and I just love it. This plant stays in this room, and so it gets a lot of eastern light in the morning, and it is just starting to do really, really well. And this is my second favorite plant, one of my top 5. Next up is a plant that you guys haven't seen in a while, but I'm gonna show you this plant. Now, this is a syngonium. And this syngonium has, when my sister was here, was in the room with her. And I'm not going to shade my sister, but she didn't water the plants in there. And I respected privacy above all else. So I didn't go into that room to water the plants. I don't regret it. I do regret not going in there more often because this plant had a ton of a lot more growth. And it had a bunch of these dead leaves, these leaves all over, just going off on it. But yeah, she's gone for a month, and So of course I went in there to water up my plants, and I saw the state that they were in. And she's only been gone a week. And what makes this plant is I love Syngoniums because one thing is they're very easy to grow. They're extremely easy. Really, all they need is water. You just water them. I mean, I haven't even fertilized this since I've owned it. And this was a really, really like this plant was, I got it in a 4-inch, a 3 or a 4-inch pot from Lowe's or Walmart, and it really did just grow a lot. And just amazing how it's rebound. I didn't take a picture of it before so that you could see how much growth it had lost. And like I said, not everybody is into plants, and they definitely don't want to care for them, and they don't even realize it. It's, you know, so I'm not mad at my sister over it. I was just really disappointed and sad when I first saw it. But over the past week, it has just amazed me about the amount of growth that it has. And I love it so much. It does need to be repotted. I think I will fertilize it since it is growing. And just, if you don't have a Syngonium, get one. I mean, you just need to stick it in a medium lit room. And remember to water it about once a week, maybe 7 every 10 days, water the plant. And I have another one that I will just do a cutaway so you can see what that one looks like. And that one is doing well, but this one is a reason why it's part of my top 5, and I've only had time with it. My sister's been gone a week now, so I've only had the last 7 days with it, and I'm just amazed at how much growth it has, how much it has just sprung back, and it is shooting out some new leaves, splitting off here with some new leaves, and see if you can, I don't think you're gonna be able to see this. Right there. No, you can't see it. But right there, there's a new baby leaf coming out of it, and it's really just coming back. And I love that plant. Let's see, what else is around me? Oh, shoot. Hello. Say hello to my little friend here. This is my Begonia Rex. I don't know the exact name of this begonia. It's just the Begonia Rex. I love this plant. For one, it's a begonia, and I've managed to keep it alive without having to put it in a terrarium. And by just leaving it in its nursery pot that I have originally purchased this in. And this is, what size is this? I have no idea what size this pot is. I guess it's about a 4-inch. Oops, sorry. And as I said that, I just snapped the leaf. Damn it. But it's given me tons and tons of new growth. It hasn't had any problems. It's grown like crazy in the month of July. And I have all this amazing foliage from it. It's just so gorgeous. And I would never tell anybody to get a begonia. These, I wouldn't say they're finicky plants, but these are plants you need to know how to take care of. I don't care what anyone says. You need to know how to take care of it. This plant is sitting, okay, I took the rocks out, but normally there is a thing of rocks at the bottom of the container that it's in with just a little bit of water to help with humidity. And that's all it gets. Just a little bit of water that and just sits at the bottom of it to just help it with some humidity. I live in South Carolina, so I have a Begonia Rex outside right now on my patio, and it loves it out there. It's doing great. This one has never been outside, and then it's not going outside. So, yep, I would totally recommend this plant. But I would also say do your research, watch your videos, and leave it in the nursing pot. That's my biggest tip. For me, I've discovered that begonias do like to be a little root bound, and they like to be top heavy. And I'm gonna absolutely wait until the roots start coming out the bottom of this before I even think about repotting it. You just do not know how much this plant has grown, and I love it a lot. So that's why it is one of my favorite plants in July. And then finally, a plant you haven't seen. I don't know if you guys have seen this in a while, but this is my green Maranta. Okay, and I don't know if you've watched me for a while, you know that I have struggled with the red Maranta. I have struggled with the Maranta. I am, even right now, I am struggling with my lime light Maranta over there in the corner. But this green Maranta has not let your girl down. Initially, it's already repotted up. And the one thing about it is there's not a whole bunch of new foliage going on with it, but it's because it's in a low light room for the most part. I keep it in my my bedroom with me, and that is a north facing window, so it's not getting a lot of sun over there. It's getting very little, and it gets some light. It's not always completely dark, but it may be because the sun rises a little bit before 6, so I would say, well, maybe around 6 to 8, make it 2 hours of actual indirect light coming in, and then I'm getting up, I'm going to work, and my husband, he's like, he's still sleeping because he doesn't be working till late in the afternoon, so this plant does not get a lot of light, and I've discovered this is a clean air plant as far as, which I guess all plants can be for some reason or another, but I breathe better at night with this because I do suffer from allergies, and I just really love this plant. So, and it's not giving me any problems at all. And I don't want to, but I really do need to move it if I want it to get bigger, because if you notice how it's leaning to one side, the light is reaching for it. So I probably do need to move it out of my bedroom, but this is a really easy plant. I'm not gonna say, I'm gonna say it's operated air with the plants, but that's only gonna hold water so much longer. I'm just like, nope, some of these plants just require a lot of humidity, like my calatheas, and I think this is part of that whole calathea family. I only have one calathea right now that has really made it, and I think the reason why it's making it is because it's in a shady area outside, and every day here, and oh my God, is with the heat index, because of the humidity, it feels like it's over 100 degrees here in Charleston, South Carolina. So I really think the humidity is intense here, intense. So I really think that's why that plant has made it. So there are all my top 5 plants for, I did do 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, 5. And I would love to do an honorable mention. Honorable mention, it didn't make my favorite because I haven't seen a whole bunch of new growth, but, oh, I need to water this, but this plant is my rubber tree plant, and what's great about this rubber tree plant, I think it's the burgundy one, is that this plant, I got it from Target back in April, May, and it was a tiny little thing, and look how much it grows. It has just grown so much, and I smile every time I look at this plant. And I'm gonna leave it here so that I can go and water it. I know you're not supposed to water your plant at night, but this plant needs some water, and I'm gonna give it some water. It's doing really great, and I have moved it around a couple of times, and it's been okay. It's been okay. So that's it. Let's see, I guess if I'm gonna do an honorable mention, like Keely Joy did, like Keely, she put up some beautiful plants on her last video, y'all. And one of them was that, no, Pepper, leave it. Not the rubber tree. Because I think there's a sap that is toxic. You know what, I'm just gonna pick it up. Okay, so that way it's not an issue. I should just put it back, but I'm gonna forget. Okay, so Katie, she put up this one plant that I gotta find and gotta get. It's a white ghost Euphora. It is a beautiful cacti plant. I am not into cactus like that. I'm not into succulents. I do have a few, but I'm really just not into them. And it's because I kill them. People say you can't kill them. I kill them. I only have about a handful that has made it here that I've had for a couple of years now, and it's really I forget about them, and they're outside. I don't have to do. They stay outside. They stay outside. They'll probably come in for winter, but winter for us isn't until late December, so that's probably when they'll come in. But I love that plant, and I am on a mission to find that plant because it is just something about that ghost white. It is just so pretty, and I really, really want it. But if you haven't seen Keely Joy's video, you should check it out. But I'm sure y'all have. If you're subscribed to me, you probably subscribed to her. Okay, so plant not doing so good, y'all. So you don't even know what this is. Let's see if you can, I don't think I can get it all on camera. You don't even know what it is. It's just a stick right now. This is, and I'm going to see if I can force some propagation of the leaves out of this one because I have nothing to lose at this point. This is my avocado plant that I over-fertilized once, and that was enough to burn it, and all the leaves fell off, and it tried to make it come back. It tried to come back, but I guess I didn't flush it well enough, and because the little life that it was trying to give me, you can see that, has dried up. So this, I don't know if it's completely gone because it is still green. So I'm going to water this plant tonight as well. And I'm going to I'm gonna take a little Perry knife, or maybe even a potato peeler, and I'm gonna peel back some of the branch life or leaf life. I'm gonna see if I can encourage it to spit out some more leaves. And yeah, so this is what happens when you over fertilize something, it will burn. I'm not completely upset over it. For one, this was a free plant because I grew this from seed. That's why I'm a little disappointed, because I actually took an avocado seed, and I mean an ordinary avocado seed that I picked up probably at a local grocery store, Walmart, Target, maybe Publix. I haven't been to Publix in a while, but I picked it up. I ate the avocado, enjoyed the avocado, and just had been watching a whole bunch of videos on how to grow your avocado for seed, and I wanted to try it. And yep, it did really well. It grew a lot. It grew fast. It was like, okay, once I got it, the longest period was watching the roots come in when the seed was in water, and planted it up, and it did great. And then I decided to fertilize it. So that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you next time. I'm going to post this up, and hopefully I'll be back maybe for another video tomorrow, because I'm going to give you guys a tour of this room. I've made some changes with plants in this room, added a few things. Finally put a lamp up, and I got some new plants that you may not have seen. And yeah, so stay tuned for that video. I'm going to do that in daylight hours, so I will come back tomorrow, so you definitely don't miss that video. Make sure you're subscribed to me and click the little bell so you know when I have a new video out. Okay guys, I'll see you next time for more Latanya planting and drinking. Bye.